Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks, and sorry for being late. I said I was going to stream today at 6 p.m. Central European Standard Time, but literally at the last second, something else in real life, got in my way, and I couldn't, so I couldn't stream. I couldn't get back in time to start the stream, but I'm here now, and today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a Group B rally car for a community challenge by another user. That user happens to be one of my regular viewers and competitors in my own community challenges, and it's user Costco. So, right, I will fire up automation, and we will get started with the build. I have the rules up on my second monitor. That challenge, by the way, is not on the automation forums. It's on his Discord, and there's a Google Doc, document with all the rules and restrictions and everything. So let me see. I'm gonna switch over to automation right now. Hey, Deuce the Truth, how are you doing? Automation should show up in a second. There it is. So today I'm building a Group B rally car. And the year has to be anything from 1983 to 1986. I'm going to go 1984 with this one. 85 is what I'm going to go here. Come on now. Yeah, changing the year often takes like forever here. And it didn't used to be that way actually, but it's probably because there's now 7.8 trillion different bodies on the workshop. And let's see what kind of body we want to go for here. I'm kind of tempted to go with this, but this is only mid-engined, and I want to go all-wheel drive. And mid-engine all-wheel drive is not available yet in 85. So I'm not gonna go with something like this. Let's just be reasonable here. Not gonna go with this either. Let's see. See what else we got. That is kind of a Porsche 959 body, so let's keep that one in mind. I think there's also a Lancia 037 body somewhere. That one. I think I want to go with this, because it's also very morphable. So, I'm gonna quickly pull up the rules to make sure that we that I don't do anything wrong here. Okay, so chassis and panels can be any. Okay, good. Suspension also any. Right. Good. I'm gonna go fiberglass, and I'm gonna go with a space frame chassis here. I believe that's probably going to benefit us more than the monocoque in this particular instance, probably. Because the monocoque is going to have a much higher engineering time, and we only have a budget of it's a DeLorean body as well. Yeah, but you can also make an 037 out of this quite easily. What was I gonna say? We do have a budget of $50,000. Okay, so chassis material steel. Since mid-engined all-wheel drive is not available in 1985, and I want all-wheel drive, I'm gonna go front engine here. Gonna go McPherson because we're gonna be off-road. And then probably a semi-trailing arm on the rear, because it's a better compromise between sportiness and then just purely, you know, off-roading than solid axle would leaf or coil would be. Okay, onto the engine. Now I'm gonna make a new engine here. I'm gonna rename this later. I think I want this to compete in the 3-liter class. So that means with all-wheel drive, this car needs to weigh 1100 kg or more. Now with the 3-liter class, you can go either 3-liter naturally aspirated, or you can go 2.1 liter and turbocharged. The problem here with this one is, and I'm gonna show you this by going turbocharged first. I'm gonna go naturally aspirated by the end, but for this challenge, one of the rules says that if you go turbocharged, you can only go journal bearing on the turbo. And I want to show just how much of a difference that makes. Current engine does not fit. Hang on, transfer as all-wheel drive is apparently not a thing either, so longitudinal. Oh, it's too high? It's too tall. All right. Anyway, let's just go naturally aspirated then. Uh, 90 degree. Still too big. Boxer. I don't want to go boxer though. Let's go with a different body. I mean, this is not bad either. This placement is 3.15 liter right now. Yep, it is. But okay, I'm gonna try and make it fit now. So for all-wheel drive, it barely fits now. Okay. Thanks for pointing that out, Snow Tato. Let's continue here. I'm gonna go forged steel, lightweight forged. Let's go. Gonna need relatively high cam profile. I don't want to go too high just yet. We can come back to this later. Fuel type, any restrictions? Premium 95. Okay, good. Any restrictions when it comes to the exhaust? Headers, any mufflers, at least one. No requirement for a catalytic converter as far as I can see. Gonna fit one anyway. One straight through muffler. Or actually, let's go like this instead. Yeah, now we have this problem here. Namely that the pistons and conrods can't quite take these these high revs because we have a square engine here. I'm gonna go boxer so that I can make a 3-liter engine with a much lower stroke and a higher bore, so I can rev it out more easily. There we go. How are we looking now? A little bit of valve float, but we can get rid of that pretty easily. Gonna put a few points into the quality here as well. 313 horsepower. Looks good. Muffler size a little bit too big. Let's go with this. Okay, looks good. Okay. Let's stick with this for now. We can come back to it later. Let's go with a coupe. Nice ignition timing indeed, yeah. I'm gonna worry about the aesthetics a little bit later. What is the... Oh, okay, lift this up or down. Okay, good. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do, but... There we go. Let's see. First of all-wheel drive, manual gearbox, 5-speed, and we're gonna go something like 250 or so. Since this is a rally car and since we have all-wheel drive, this is gonna have really short gearing. Any rules about the diffs? No open diff, okay. I'm gonna say geared. Tires medium or hard? Jesus. And combined tire width is 550 mil for one front plus one rear tire. So I'm gonna go 275s front and rear for now. We can come back to this later. Medium bore hard tire. Okay. Gonna go ahead and do this just so. Okay. We're gonna raise this car up quite a bit as well, because I don't want the tires to rub on the fenders. Medium or hard and compound. Yeah. So these or these, one or the other. I'm curious why chunky off-road isn't an option if the test tracks that he's gonna do are all gonna be off-road. I wonder why chunky off-road isn't an option, but anyway. Wheels, max a 16-inch, but no rule about what materials. I'm gonna go magnesium, because it's the lightest. Brakes, any, okay, very good. Gonna go vented discs. Free. Under tray any. Now what do we go for here? Does anyone know if the off-road skid tray actually does anything at all in BeamNG? Because I know that these will at the very least affect semi-clad and fully clad will at the very least affect the top speed, and if you're using the downforce slider next to them, then it will add a little bit of downforce. But I don't know if the off-road skid tray does anything at all. Yeah, I don't get the slider here. Oh, you can't even... you can only use the slider with the downforce under tray, which isn't available yet. The engine in BeamNG can be knocked out quite easily, so I'm doubting that benefits. Yeah. We'll just say no under tray to save costs, I guess. Do need 2 seats. Any rules about the interior? No. Okay. Power steering not required. Okay. No ABS. Okay. Safety anything but none. All right. So suspension type any. Right. And then one of the rules says comfort needs to be at least 1, which is probably the hardest part about setting this car up, because let me tell you, Group B cars weren't meant to be comfortable in the real world, so this isn't gonna be comfortable either. Still at 0, even though we softened the suspension and raised the car up quite a bit. Off-road preset, let's see. No! Well, that messed things up quite a bit. Any way of going back? No. So I'm definitely gonna lower this more than what it is now. That's about how far I wanna go with the ride height. Definitely want more front camber, a little bit rear as well. I don't want the springs and dampers to be this soft. It has to be somewhat sporty still anyway. You know what? How are we looking for costs? 34,800. have a standard interior. There we go. So the car has to weigh at least 1100 kg, which means we are above, we are below the minimum weight at the moment. But we can get there pretty easily by doing that. Which also helps with comfort. So now we can stiffen the suspension a little bit more. Here we go. And drivability needs to be at least 25, so we are above that still. Let's see any of the other stat requirements, so I don't miss anything. Drivability at least 25, we got that. Comfort at least 1, we got that. Safety at least 30, we got that. Budget up to 50 grand, we are still within that. Good. Alright, so now we got the basics out of the way. Let's put on a design, shall we? Now, one of the things that I wanted to try, and please don't knock me if it fails miserably, but I wanted to, since the inspiration for this is, you know, some of the Group B rally cars back in the day had what looked like this on the front end, which is why I kind of made it, which is why I kind of dragged it out like this in the first place. And now I'm gonna just do that and then move it like this, pull the scale down a little bit, scale it down a bit, do it like this. And yep, where it kind of looked like a snowplow almost. Take it back a little bit, and I'm gonna repaint that. It's not gonna be carbon, it's gonna be paint color. Hi Nikita, how's it going? Right, let's drag this on a little bit more. Okay, good. From here, since it's the 80s and it's Group B, I'm gonna use like relatively simple round headlights. Gonna use the double round headlight arrangement here. Gonna place a grill in between. Or actually, if I'm gonna do that, then these should be layer 2. Here we go. What did I tell you earlier about you can make an 037 with this body? Yeah, we can make that. Actually, do they stick out too far? We can recess them a little bit by doing that. But yeah. Hey Costco, how's it going? This is me building a car for your challenge, by the way. That's a little bit too small for a Group B car. That's more like it, and we're gonna... Place that there. I don't like the fact that the top of the shock absorber is kind of cutting through the metal there, so I'm gonna put a few vents here to cover that. It doesn't cover that. What this? No, that exposes it further. More like a Lotus? Yeah, true. Also, since this is a rally car, one thing we can't forget is... Hang on. Rally lights. Which ones do we go for? These ones, I guess. Just because, you know, when you're going on a rally, you need 80 headlights. Put the indicator there, just so it has one. This can still be a little bit smaller like that. Okay, good. Right. Bring down the line of the vent like that. Is there any wedge-shaped scoops? Probably. I mean, there's something like this. Or like this. There's also, I don't know, like this. If you mean wedge like that. But I prefer the scoop like that. Rally DeLorean. I was thinking more like Lancia 037. That's what I was going for with this one. Although this is front engine all-wheel drive and not mid-engine rear-wheel drive like the Lancia would be, so. Because let's just be honest, I've tested enough rally cars in my time to be sure that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good of a setup you have with a rear-wheel drive car, you're never going to match an all-wheel drive car in terms of cornering speeds. Engine, it's got a 3-liter Boxer 6 with 324.6 horsepower, naturally aspirated. Although we might still go and retune that engine a little bit. Because the big thing with your set of rules, Costco, was that with the turbocharged engines, you can only go journal bearing, and that is a huge nerf to turbo engines. And it makes it, in my opinion, not really worth going turbo. Because then if you want a car that has a reasonable and not crazy turbo lag, then you're not gonna make much more power than with a naturally aspirated engine anyway. And if you do go all power, then you have a really narrow power band. And then it's gonna be hard to get the target drivability and whatnot, and hard to get any meaningful levels of performance out of it anyway. I like these rims, but I like these ones more with the sort of ring around there. Now, with this being a Group B car, obviously it needs a massive rear wing. Not quite that massive, maybe, but we can shrink it a little bit. And make it a bit narrower so it fits the width of the car better. But like that, that's adequate for Group B, I would say. Although I'd probably prefer to have that in plastic rather than carbon. Okay, since we do have a boxer engine in here, I will also fit a diffuser with the two exhaust openings there. Although they had much simpler diffusers back then, so this one fits better thematically. Yeah, I completely understand why you did it. It's just that, in my opinion, it makes turbos not worth using for this particular challenge. But I might be wrong, so that's also completely possible. For the taillights, I kind of want to go for maybe these fit pretty well here. Although I don't like that these covers on the edges are much thicker. If they were all the same thickness, such like the ones in the middle, it would look better in my opinion. Let's just go with the simple round ones then. And then one is going to be an indicator, one is going to be I guess that. One's going to be the braking light. We do need reverse lights of some kind as well, I guess. And I'm gonna do something else here. Because some 80s and like 90s supercars had something like this back here. Oh, that's almost perfect. Need to put some of the others a little bit closer together, I guess. Okay. Bye bye, Nikita. Right. I am also going to put something like, no, not this, but more, rather like this. Underneath the tail lights. Gonna flip it around. There we go. And I'm gonna color the surrounding like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna put a badge on it. I'm also gonna put some reverse lights somewhere on this back here, but where? I think I'm just gonna go with a simple rectangular one, like above those vents here. Like that. I guess that counts. Although I do want it to be at the height of, at the same height as this diffuser. Okay, there we go. Definitely want a little bit more detail on the side here. Something like that. We still need to place the fuel cap somewhere, so let's just go ahead and put one of these like right here. All right. What do we do about these, the front suspension sticking out? So you can't really solve that by erasing the car, like increasing the ride height. Oh, that just makes it worse. Hey Tess, how are you doing? Don't worry. Don't worry about being late. No obligations whatsoever. What's the secondary car? Nah, I don't want to repaint that separately. I'm gonna paint this something that goes well with stickers, so either white or black, I'd say. And then we have to paint the trim as well. Although the window trim is gonna be black instead, because I like that. And now what I can do is I can make this not plastic, but rather real black, and same for the wing. Like so. Right? Looks much better now. I do think I still see a little bit of carbon there. No. Wait, where is that? Okay, no idea. How's the build coming along? Well, this is the first like initial building phase right now. I haven't tested this yet, so we'll see what it drives like in a moment. But the engine is, I'd say, done for now. It's a 3-liter naturally aspirated Boxer 6, making 324 horsepower. I'm not going turbo because if you go turbo, you can only go journal bearing in this challenge, and that's a deliberate nerf by the host. So, which in my opinion is enough to make turbos not worth it. And flat 6 because a V6 wouldn't fit height-wise. It was too tall for this engine bay. We definitely need, hang on, quite a bit of like stickers on here as well, like lots of. Lots of this kind of stuff, right? And I know I could be thorough with this and you know, place the exact same one on the other side as well. Or I could be lazy and just click mirror here and then it's messed up on this side. But what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna put different stickers on either side. So screw it. This car is gonna have Falcon tires and Goodyear tires. Cool rally car. Thank you. You know, with the 90 degree, the 90 degree would fit, but then again, like, I don't know why not Boxer 6, right? Why not? I guess because it's more expensive, so I would have more options for quality with the. So I could use more quality points with the V6. Is the Boxer 6 more, like, significantly more expensive to make? I'm guessing it probably is. I want to leave some space here for some number, for a racing number. Let's put that there. And let's start on this side as well. I don't think so. Eats up a little ET for going flat. Sure, let's go with the Red Bull inspired logo here, even though Red Bull wasn't a thing yet in 1985, but who cares? Put that like there, I guess. And then maybe, no. Yep. Something like this here. Okay, it looks relatively even except for here with the decals. Let's put something like this here. And then I'm gonna put some numbers on it. Come to think and come to think how many mods I've got here, and yet whenever I make a competition myself, there's always going to be some cars that I say like, oh, mods couldn't be imported, you're missing some mods, whatever. Yeah, I've already got like 650 mods installed, but you know, it's just way too many. You can never have them all. Let's see. Guys, choose a number between 1 and 99. That's what I'm gonna put on here. I mean, the obvious one is... But, I don't want to do the same number every time, so... Whatever, let's just... It doesn't matter, let's go with something like... 43. I don't like that font though, let's go with a different one. Let's go with these. 43, okay. Alright, and now what I'm gonna do, and this is a little trick you can use as well, if you're not already. I want this number to be legible on both sides, but if I mirror it, obviously it's mirrored on the other side, but now I take another 4 and I scale this up, and I make sure that it's the exact same size, which this one is a little bit bigger now. There we go. I drag it on top here. And then I unmirror the other one. Boom. Now they're both the same size on either side. But what I messed up is this should be the 3 here. Okay, there we go. Now I've got the same font in the same size on both sides. Okay, what else is missing is some kind of rally stripes. I'm gonna use some bumper bars for that, like down here. I'm gonna paint them black because I've got black trim. Come on. Gonna mirror that. Okay, and now some kind of stripes as well. Should be under badges. Gonna go with a dark red, something like that. Want to run this along the side here. Maybe a little thinner. There we go. Excuse me? Okay. Yeah, now it... Now, like... Now it starts bugging out. Can't move it either, so yeah. I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, nice. Awesome. Gonna have to like make multiple pieces of it rather than just one that goes all the way. Don't forget to mirror either. There we go. Okay, now it's... Now we're gonna make it shorter. Actually, I like that it ends there. That's fine. Oh God, what happened here? See, it's clean on one side, but then not on the other. If we make it bigger, it doesn't help. It sometimes fixes such issues, but not in this case. Gonna have to make it from several pieces as well. Let's do it like this. Still messed up. Why is it smooth on one side but not on the other? Just gonna maybe try and make it separately on the other side. So unmirror this and then do another one on the other side. It is a mod body, yeah. So maybe it's not exactly symmetrical. So unmirror and then clone this. So we have the right thickness. Unmirror this. Oh God, now it's only on the other side. Right, let's just start right here. Angle 0.833. I think that's... Here it should be the other way. Hang on. Oh, also condom lock on. There we go. See, now it's also good here. At least so far. A bit too thick still. There we go. Okay. Good. I want some stripes. No, actually I don't. I think I think I'm gonna put some more decals on here on the front, because that space is a little bit empty. But other than that, I'm thinking I'm good now. Oh yeah, the racing number on the hood as well. Tell you what. Does this cover the... No, it doesn't, sadly. Unlock fixture snapping, and then we do this and this. Good. And then tried small body moldings to cover those suspension bits. Could try. I haven't yet, but good tip. I'm gonna try that too. Aren't there national flags available in the mod as well? Or available as mods? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Right, body moldings. Let's see. Something like this, maybe. That does do the job. Not that one though. Anything obvious missing? We got wipers, we got mirrors, we got the rims done, we got exhausts, we got the fuel cap, which I'm probably gonna reposition slightly, like here. And then move this a little bit further here. There we go. I think we're good. Design-wise. From this angle it's kind of buggy here, but doesn't really matter. Hood pins. I think they're in vents, if I'm not mistaken, or are they in another category? Might be on door handles. No. No, not in fuel caps either. I know that there used to be a mod for them, but I don't think they're in the game anymore. That probably got patched out with some game update. Now the mod's not working anymore. Yeah, whatever. Just open the door by pulling a latch, like in the driver footwell, and then opening it manually. Just like with any other car. I know that that's not how you're supposed to have it in a race car, because in an emergency it's just much faster not having to go to the driver's seat and doing that. but we're gonna roll with this for now. Okay. Downforce. Probably want a bit more front. Here we go. 35,700. I'm gonna go with a little bit of quality in here. That's still good. How are we looking in terms of the brakes? Okay. Might even want to decrease the front brake size a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that. Maybe a little bit of aero quality up so that we make more downforce maybe. Maybe suspension is gonna get a little bit of an increase here as well, but gotta watch the weight. Just like Weight Watchers. But we can't be under 1100 kg. Oh, perfect. Are we still on budget? Yes, we are. Perfect. 1100.1 kg. All right. So, guys, what do we name this car? It needs some kind of name, obviously. Well, we'll think of something. I'm sure that we'll come back to automation a little bit later anyway, because we're probably not gonna, like, this is probably not gonna be the final tune of the car. We're gonna have to rework some stuff, I'm sure. All right, and this just apparently had too many fixtures on it that and now automation crashed by the end of the export. But that has happened to several cars for community challenges in the past, and all of them have worked just fine in BeamNG. So let's fire up that game, shall we? So the time trials, one of the possible tracks is going to be the Automation Hill Climb 2, which is the one I'm going to use for testing as well. This, by the way, was a reference car for last year in the Classic Rally competition. This did have lots of decals on it as well, but you know, that was on a much older game version, and so all of those decal fixtures are no longer compatible with the current game version, so that's why it's just a blank white car here. But this is what we're testing here. This looks so sick. Honestly, first impression, I actually like it. Doesn't feel overly stiff either. It's planted, but not too stiff. Alright. I'm gonna change the brake bias a little bit. And the power distribution as well. $136.9. Okay, very good. Pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna quickly go back to automation and change the brake bias a little bit and the power distribution slightly as well. The best time with the trucks, I believe, was a 142. But remember that first of all, you can't really go flat out on this track, and controllability plays a major factor, a major role here on this track, because it doesn't really matter how much power you've got, you gotta put it to the ground, and so it has a lot of handbrake turns as well. And remember that 325 horsepower isn't really that much. So we're not making crazy horsepower compared to some of the trucks that we had. Actually, I take that back. This is more powerful than most of the trucks were, but still. A little bit more like so. And I'm gonna put the power distribution a little bit further rearwards. Something like this. Now I'm gonna test it again. And I'm fully prepared for the game crashing again at the end of the export, but that's just automation for you, isn't it? I could possibly run low 130s on the new computer. And there it goes. But I know we're good, so fire up BeamNG again. Automation, hill climb 2, and this car, please. The engine feels strong though. I don't think we need to change much about that, if anything. Oh no, I lost the front wing. Hey Teacup and Aisha, how are you guys doing? It is a pretty quick car indeed. Doing good myself. Don't lose the wing, thank you. So this run wasn't as clean as the one I had before the retune. As evidenced by that. So the time isn't gonna be as quick. I wanna give it another shot though. Could be quicker with lower gear spacing. That's not how you take that corner. Yeah, but the thing is, this engine, despite being naturally aspirated, is very peaky, so I'm afraid that with this being all-wheel drive, it would just bog down with if the gearing is too long. I can just launch in second gear, that's also true. Oh. Just a little drift tap there. Little stutter. And another one near the end there, but we did beat the previous time, 136.4. I'm actually gonna... I'm happy with the tune now. I'm gonna try and see if this spins up in second gear. Nope. Would bog down. Alright. Let's do one more run. Because this is actually kind of fun. Ouch. I reckon you can still get away with a slightly longer first though. Probably, but is it gonna make a difference? Don't think so. Actually, while we're test driving this, I'm gonna test drive this on another car, on another track that I have been looking at recently. Don't ask what those other terms on the board are, by the way. But Rallyland is I think the overall map is called Rallyland. Rallyland template. Those maps here, you can find this on the repository, by the way. These maps here are actually pretty fun, and I recommend getting that mod if you like rally stages. Gotta be cautious not to go too fast over these jumps. I lost the front wing. I just love these long hairpins, fully sideways, bouncing off the rev limiter. And of course we set a new best time here. Again, don't ask what those other cars were. Anyway, let's go up Pikes Peak as well, shall we? The short one anyway. Don't you love it when no texture? Yeah. Good thing I still slowed down for that hairpin. Because without ABS, that's not that easy. Because, well, you're gonna lock up the brakes and then you're gonna end up in the side rail there. See, I did use first gear there. Because what is torque? So I'm aiming for a time under 3 minutes on this one. I think under 3 minutes would be... Yep, this is another one where you're going so fast beforehand, and then in a car without ABS, it's really tricky to get the right braking point, because you can't just stay on the brakes like you would on a car with ABS. You gotta kind of go on and off a little bit. And getting the timing right is really difficult when you're going fast. Oh, come on, I hit that. This challenge is being hosted by Costco. He has his own Discord, and there is a Google Docs document with the rules and everything on there as well. So you're on my Discord, and so is Costco. So if you want to participate, I recommend shooting him a message. And deadline is tomorrow, by the way. That was way too early on the brakes. Deadline is tomorrow, so I didn't have time to make a car for this challenge any earlier, so I'm doing it here today on stream. Man, I would really prefer having a 6-speed in this car, but that's not available because it's 1985. Early on the brakes there again, but made it round. The drift tap for bonus points. That's how that works, right? Oh shit, this isn't Forza Horizon 4 or anything, where you do actually get some kind of points for drift taps. What am I doing? Let's just scrap this run. Too wide. When you Costco, if you open up BeamNG and you go to the repository and you search for Rally Land, it should come up. No space between Rally and Land, by the way. That was nice through there. Drive like there's piping hot lasagna waiting for you at the top. You know what? I know exactly what you mean, and you almost made me hungry there, but since I don't eat carbs, I'm gonna... I came up with my own saying. You know, normally people say risk it for the biscuit. I say risk it for the brisket, I guess. I knew you'd like that one. So are we gonna crack the 3-minute barrier on this one? I think we are. Quite comfortably, in fact. 251.6. Okay, good. I think that's me done with the testing. I'm quickly gonna go back to automation and indeed lengthen the gearing just a touch. Just a little bit though. It is a pretty damn good time, although last year when I held the classic rally competition and we had some Group B races in the 3-liter class, I think the winning time was something like 2:49, so not too far off of that, but keep in mind those engines were turbocharged and with ball bearings, so... And Pikes Peak does like power. Pikes Peak does like horsepower quite a lot, so... Because there's just... It's basically just 100 hairpins with straights in between, and so on each of those straights, when you've got that power, it makes a big difference. So I'm actually pretty happy with this time. I think my Cooper really confused you. I can't remember which car was yours. So I'm actually gonna make the top speed a little bit less and then increase the spacing. Something like that. The blue one with the louvers. Ah, I think I remember now, yeah. 0 to 100, 4.7 seconds. I don't think so, game. I think this is quicker than that, but anyway. If you remember what season of the rally competition was that? Okay, so the export finished and the game crashed, as is tradition. Looks great, handles amazingly, but it's just too weak. I do remember saying that about a few cars in the classic rally competition. Actually, oh, hang on, Costco, are you still there? So if you search for Rallyland here, there it is. In the repository, that's the one. That's the one I'm using. It has all the time trials already included, so that's what I use. Okay, 1972 and 82. Okay. Yeah, so in 82 there was the sub 2 liter class. So that was either with a 2 liter naturally aspirated or something like 1.4 liter turbo. And that was fun, actually. Like 1982, I think, was one of the few seasons where the car that I made actually was decent enough to keep up with most of the competitors' cars. Two-liter inline six. Fuck. What do we call this car, by the way, guys? Still need a name for this. That's a pretty bad run up until there, and completely wrong line there. Did I just forget how to drive? There we go. Come on. Almost feels like turbo lag, even though this is naturally aspirated. And I bet that cost me a better time. But it's still faster than it was before with the previous gearing. All right. We still need a name for this car, guys. Any suggestions? That was bad. Just about still made it around there. I thought for sure I was gonna hit the barrier. Kusabi Supersport, that sounds somewhat Japanese. Even with the far from perfect run here, this was still a faster time than last time. I'm doing this for Costco's challenge, and welcome to the stream, Luke. How are you doing today? So we're still looking for a name for this car. If you just joined, I'll show you around the car a little bit. It says a 3-liter Boxer 6, naturally aspirated, 324.6 horsepower. It's front-engined, all-wheel drive. Kusabi equals wedge, okay. So do you get like Japanese vibes with this one? I have a model. I have a name for the model, not the brand. Go ahead. No, I meant Aisha with, do you get Japanese vibes with this design? I only saw the rear end. Okay. Fair enough. The model name would be Stromboli. Okay. So it would need an Italian brand name then as well, I guess. And that fits because the front end sort of looks like a Lancia 037. I'll give this another shot while we figure out the name together. Vesuvius is indeed also another name of the volcano. Vesuvius Stromboli, so it's like one volcano as the brand name and then another as the model name. So you can't keep doing that. I might actually retune the engine slightly. Try and make it run a little bit richer and up the compression, and then maybe reduce the cam profile slightly in an attempt to maintain the same peak horsepower, but make it a little bit more mid-range. Gotta go get some floor panels to paint. Okay. That's fair. I was looking at chat there. So I do like Stromboli as the model name. So now we gotta think of a brand name. Kusabi Stromboli? I don't know. What do you think? Then we have Japanese and Italian both in one. And we landed right between the two previous times. Okay. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly retune the engine slightly. Looking for a little bit more mid-range while hopefully not losing too much peak power. And do keep in mind we also still have a little bit of budget left because this car is at 40 grand at the moment, and it can cost up to 50 grand. So there's still some budget to spare if we need it. So now let's Engine is still not running rich. Okay. Okay, there we go. Can we go one more? Yeah, we can. How much power do we make? Probably can't read the number. It's actually less than before. Let's stick with 73 here. Exhaust diameter is better off this way. We get a little bit more mid-range, like that. Okay. I don't think this will have changed too much, but and by the way, now that we've settled on the model name at the very least, I'm gonna replace this simple badge with some nice badging here. Let's quickly count the letters here. So, Stromboli. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters. The M is in the middle. And now disable that. Oh, that's the wrong letter. That's what we're looking for here. That's a J. That's the I. Okay. We could name this one the Vesuvius. 3.0 whatever. And then I do know a little bit of Italian, so maybe like lancia means lance or spear, and so how about like spadone for a large sword, like a long sword, for the model name? Oh, yeah, for the model name. Do we have any badge that looks like a sword? Spadone Stromboli. It would be a pretty Italian name, you know? I don't think there's any badge that looks like a sword. Nah, there isn't. But there... Hang on. There's this. Ah, yeah, but with a skull in the middle. I don't like that. It doesn't need badging on the front. It's got enough going on there. Okay, I'm done with this now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching and thanks for the suggestions as well. This is gonna be the final car. This is what I'm gonna submit. And thanks for tuning in and sticking through it with me. I'm gonna export this one more time, but it doesn't. Actually, I should test it. I should test it again because I want to see if the retune to the engine actually worked. Right? It's probably pretty important, you know, to see if the changes actually led to the desired outcome. Oh yeah, and I also forgot that I can still do stuff to make because we still have 10 grand to spare. Welcome back, Luke. So I was just about to end the stream, and then I remembered that you know what, I still have. First of all, I haven't tested the changes yet, and second of all, the car is only $40,000 at the moment, and it can cost up to $50,000. So I still have budget left, and so I can still put some quality points somewhere to make the car a little bit better still. And so that's what I'm gonna do now. First of all, let's be absolutely sure we're not over budget. Yep, okay, 39,700. We still have a little over 10 grand to spare. So I'm gonna put a few points in here. Hopefully that doesn't cost too much. Okay, we're still good. Can we go +5? Yes, we can. And so what I want to do here is increase the ignition timing a little bit more. I can't see what the power changed to. Did we gain horsepower from that? Did we lose horsepower? I think we lose horsepower by doing that. Okay, so let's increase the compression ratio instead, and then reduce the cam profile slightly. Maybe even go one higher here. Yep, that seems good. 330 horsepower. We should still be in budget. Yes, we are. Closer to the limit now. I settled on the brand name Spadone, by the way, which means like large sword, so like long sword or something like that. And then I chose Vesuvius as the engine name here. So now, oh, we're now at 1102 kg. So can we still save some weight somewhere without going over budget? Yes, we can. There we go. 1100.8. Already have +5 to in tire quality, so that would have probably put me over, like going from +5 to +6 would have probably put me over the limit. But yeah, this is gonna be the final car, assuming it performs as I would like it to perform now. And just like that, at the end of the export, as is tradition, the game crashed. But I know it's gonna be fine, so yeah. Try adding +1 or +2 chassis quality. I don't know, I don't think we need it. And we're at 1100.8 kg anyway, and the minimum weight is 1100, so I can't go lower than 1100, otherwise I have a bit of a problem. So let's go here. And see if the engine retune really worked. And I'm hoping it did, and I'm actually pretty confident that it did. Now we should have a little bit more mid-range, and that is going to help us tremendously, hopefully. I messed up the braking point there, so I didn't want to continue. Not the best through there either, but we're gonna keep it going. Still doesn't feel particularly torquey. But like, I can't throw much more quality at it, because we're closing in on that budget. Maybe you should make a normal kind of civilian version of this Group B car. I could, but I mean, I could do that on a future stream if anyone would like to see that. But for today's stream, the goal was to make a Group B car that's, you know, functional and I think I've sort of succeeded at that. I'm not super happy yet. Although, looking at the split times here. Ah, come on. like any Group B car had to have like a road going equivalent, like a homologation car, right? So it does make sense thematically as well. That was a little close for comfort there, but I was expecting the rear to come around, but it didn't. Let's see it. 130, 131. That was about as clean as I'm gonna go through there in this car. Should have just gone around in first gear. I thought we were going at a high enough speed that we would be in the power band in second, but no. Same thing here. Can we beat the time of 251.1, I think it was? Looks like we can. 248.5. Okay, so the new the new tune on the engine definitely worked, and I'm happy with this car now. I'm gonna submit it as it is. Thanks everyone for tuning in and for watching, and I hope to see you again on the next stream, which will be probably next week. I'm gonna stream something different though. Tomorrow the next community challenge will go live, but you will have a 2-week submission period, so you're gonna have 2 weeks time to submit your cars for that one, and so in the week in between the rules going up and the first race, like there will be a week in between, and in that week I want to stream something different. We'll see what that might be. Thank you guys for tuning in, thank you for watching, and of course leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.